For a couple weeks now, I've been indicating that there have been some changes that are on the horizon, and one of the first changes that we recognize that need to be made is in the area of children's worship. We need to provide something for our children, and so there have been some ladies who have stepped up and are wanting to see that happen. These are ladies who have worked with our children for several years anyway. And so we're excited to be able to branch out on Sunday mornings during our worship time and bring something to your children for those who are in attendance. So beginning Sunday, September 27th, we're going to be offering 3 classes for children. They'll be dismissed partway through the worship service like we've done in the past. And they will participate in classes that are more appropriate for their age setting. Abby Loving is going to be taking our 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. Those are students. Those are children who are not in kindergarten yet, and she's going to be taking them into the toddler classroom where those students are used to going at this point in time. Katie Harris is going to be taking our kindergartners through 2nd grade students, and they're going to be going to the fellowship hall. And Mandy McIntosh is going to be taking our 3rd through 5th graders, and they're going to be meeting in the center room in the upstairs area of the church. If you have children who are under 2, we would ask that they would remain with you in the sanctuary. Again, please feel free to bring activities or toys that will keep them entertained. If needed, we also will continue to provide the children's little work packets that we've been providing recently, and also understand that for the present time we're going to keep the nursery closed. There is a changing table that's in the women's restroom downstairs, as well as a changing table in the restroom in the toddler room, and there's a changing table in the nursery. All those things are available for your use. If you have a student who's currently a 6th grader, those students should remain, and older students should remain in the sanctuary as well, since they're technically a part of our 180, both junior high or senior high ministries, and that's the place where they're going to be getting their spiritual instruction and scriptural understanding. In each of the spaces being used, we've tried to pick some larger areas so that we can space our students out appropriately, and we're going to try to have size appropriate tables and size appropriate chairs, again spaced out in a reasonable fashion. We're trying to base the way that we're doing this off of the way that the schools are providing their instruction as well. Any material that's used will be packaged for each student. They should the teachers have made boxes for crayons and pencils and markers and those kind of things for each of the students, and they'll be labeled. So those will not be shared. Bibles will be shared from week to week, but not on Sunday morning. So they may not have the same Bible next week that they had this past week, but they will sit idle between Sundays. Teachers will be masked unless they are giving instruction and that mask is making it too difficult for them to communicate in a fashion that they need to. So in that instance, if the teacher is removing their mask in order to make those instructions, they will be a safe distance from the students. We ask that students also be masked. We understand that's more difficult for our younger students, our younger children. So that will be relaxed somewhat with the youngest group, but we will take the precautions that need to be made. Please know that our mission is to teach your children about Jesus, about the Bible, and about worship. And sometimes our mission may take precedent over procedure. Sometimes more than anything else, your child needs a hug. Your child may need their nose wiped. Your child may need a tear wiped away or a Band-Aid put on a skinned knee. And in those cases, we're going to follow our hearts when teaching about the love of Jesus. But we will do our best to keep the best interest and health interest of your children in mind as well. As we have been saying all along, please know that while this is our plan, it may change. It may become necessary for us to suspend our children's worship due to a rise in the virus numbers or some other issue that may give us pause. It might be that one of our teachers who's working so diligently to provide this may not be able to make it, and we may not have an adequate substitute. Whatever the case may be, we will make every attempt to communicate any change to you with enough advance notice that you can plan accordingly. We again are excited about working with your children, and we look forward to serving your family. And we are grateful for the understanding and patience that you have extended to us to this point in time. And we ask that you would continue to do that. Please know that that your children and you, that your family, that you are prayed for and thought of, and we continue to ask God's blessing upon you. Thank you, and have a blessed day.